Jackie's lovely quilt up here on the quilting bed. Remember that I always say hit the arrow right down below, and when you do that it will take you to more, right down over here, will take you to more of this same quilt. I like to link them all together with different tips in each of them. I have a Gamble Statler stitcher that has a 30-inch throw. That's the long arm, that's what that is. And I have a 14-foot bed, so I can do a nice big quilt, or I can do lots of small quilts, so it all works out really great. Let's talk about half square triangles right here. Every single piece of Jackie's quilt is a half square triangle. Well, there's a few pieces out here on the very edge that make up part of a border that aren't. Other than that, every piece is a half square triangle. A lot of them are these small triangles here that are about 3.5 inches, and then she has some that are twice that big. See how this half takes up 2 of these. But in the long run, when you back up, the whole pattern fits together. She has half of them going vertical and half of them going horizontal. What a nice combination. A really fun design. I've seen this one before where it starts out with a diamond, half square triangles making up the diamond and shooting out from there, but it doesn't initiate in the center. It kind of goes from the side up. Super fun like that. I want to talk about these half square triangles. Anytime that you have a block that is cut on an angle, half square bias, half square triangles, Lemoyne star, friendship star, flying geese, etc., you're going to have at least one bias edge, and you might have 2 bias edges depending upon how you cut those out. When you have bias edges, my friend, you want to be very gentle in all of the aspects. In the cutting process, in the sewing process, in the pressing process, in the trimming up process, in the stitching together process, all of it needs to be very gentle. Why? Because that bias edge is not very stable. I always say you can take a perfect triangle and make it into an imperfect parallelogram just by how you press it. And when I'm saying pressing, I really do mean a very gentle press. It's an up and down motion, not a scrubbing, ironing motion. You want to do ironing, it's time to bring out the shirts, the dresses, the slacks. It's not time to do that on a quilt, especially while you're working on bias edges and while you're working on the pieces being put together. You definitely want to do that gentle pressing. So that's going to help to preserve the shape of these bias edges. She's done a beautiful job on it. I'm very impressed. This quilt turned out very square, and the reason for that is she was very careful in all of those aspects of creating, stitching, cutting, and pressing her half square triangles. Had she not been, these pieces in the center would have been wonky and wobbly, and by the time she got to the edges, it would not have been very square. So I know that she did an excellent job with that. It lays out so well. My friends, have you made a quilt like this? Are you very successful with half square triangles? Let's start a conversation. In the meantime, I can't wait to see what you're going to make.